All right, guys, welcome back. This is Get Your Ex Back Step 4. This is the video where we're going to talk about your mindset. We started out talking about getting your body back in shape, changing your diet, and getting things going physically. Then we talked about your style, new clothes, get a haircut, new cologne, those types of things, changing those types of things. After you do the reason that I put mindset after that is because a lot of times you need a primer. Like if you start in the beginning and say, I'm going to change my mindset, blah, blah, blah. This is the way I'm going to think now. But your body isn't in tune and, you don't feel good, look good, kind of fake it till you make it look the part, then you won't achieve a change in your mindset. You just won't. You'll end up reverting back because your body will pull you back, or you'll end up thinking, I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Why am I doing all this stuff? This isn't going to work, all that stuff. But if you prime your body first, get your body going, get those chemicals going how they're supposed to be, and you start looking better, feeling better, then it's easier to introduce mindset changes to where you can actually make them last and they'll sustain themselves. So that's why I put mindset in this video. So moving forward, I've got some notes here. We've changed our body, we've changed our style, we're feeling good, we're looking good. Now we're going to look at the way we're thinking. Because what happens is in a breakup or any kind of emotional or traumatic situation, you go through a period of time where you think about it nonstop, 24/7. You're thinking about, what did I do wrong? What was she thinking? What was she doing? What's she doing now? What's she thinking now? It's natural for you to think those things, have those thoughts, and have those chemical reactions in your body. This is all natural. But here's the problem, and here's what I want you to understand about it, is that when you think about a negative thing over and over and over again, and you have a chemical reaction, a feeling that is a reaction to that thought over and over and over again, you're literally imprinting and training your body and your mind to have that reaction. So then eventually, just like a drug, your body wants that. Your body produces, or your mind produces, that negative thought because it knows it's going to get an injection of those chemicals. So you actually can train yourself to think negatively, especially in traumatic situations. I see it time and time again where there's a divorce, there's, something traumatic that happens. You go through, some people will lay in bed for 6 months, and basically all they do is get up, eat something, go to work, come home, and get in bed. And then just lay there and be depressed. Well, over and over and over again in that cycle, they're training themselves to have a reaction to a negative thought. So they're literally putting themselves in a position where they are intentionally thinking negative thoughts just to get a chemical reaction in their body. You've got to break that cycle. If that's a cycle that you're in, you've got to break that cycle. Now, number one way to break that cycle, working out. Number two, diet, just like I've walked you through in these videos. Number three, getting out in public, looking good, feeling good. Those things are going to help you. But ultimately, you have to change your mindset. You have to get that mindset switch to where you're working towards positivity. You're working towards being confident again, believing in yourself again. You've got to work towards those things. So, on my notes, one thing too to understand is the feelings that you're having right now because of a breakup. Okay, the feelings you're having are not reality. Okay, they are not reality. They are just a result of some type of circumstance or action. But that doesn't mean that it's reality. And here's why I say that. You can be, thinking about the situation, and you could have feelings of inadequacy. You could have feelings of loneliness. You could have feelings of like, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough for her. I'm not good enough for anybody. You could have those types of feelings. But the thing that you have to do to break this negative cycle that's going on with your body and your mind, you have to stand back when you have those feelings and you have to say, okay, what's the question I can ask myself? Okay. And in my notes, I've got the question, why am I feeling this way? So say I feel inadequate, and I tie that inadequacy feeling to the fact that I got broken up with. So then I have that inadequacy feeling, and I say, why am I feeling this way? What's the reality? What are the facts? Why am I feeling this way? Am I feeling this way because I am inadequate? Or am I feeling this way because a circumstance brought on that feeling? And there's a difference there. There's a huge difference there. Okay? You're either tying your existence to a circumstance, or you're tying your existence to the reality that you should live in. In other words, if I feel inadequate, I'm not truly inadequate. I'm tying myself to inadequacy, and the circumstance is what is causing the feeling. So then I'm tying myself to the circumstance. I'm not tying myself or anchoring myself in reality, because reality is, if you never met this woman, if you never dated her, you never got broke up with, you would feel adequate. There would be no doubt. You would feel adequate. You wouldn't ever have met her. You could be with somebody else, having a great time with that person, and feel completely adequate. So get in your head. Start thinking, these feelings aren't real. These feelings aren't reality. These feelings are just a product of the circumstance. Once the circumstance goes away, guess what? The feelings need to go with it. The problem is, a lot of times people keep the feelings. They hold the feelings inside, and then they end up repeating cycles over and over again, getting the exact same result over and over again. How many guys do you know that have been divorced 1, 2, 3 times, maybe 4 times? How many women do you know that have been divorced multiple times? How many people have been through multiple relationships? It's funny, if you talk to them, it seems like they all kind of ended the same way. They all kind of started the same way. Oh, we met at a bar, or we met wherever. They all kind of started the same way, and they all kind of ended the same way. It's because they're just repeating cycles that are tied to feelings that they imprinted on themselves in an earlier relationship. You have to realize that so that you can fix that and move on. You can start making those little switches. Little by little, make those little switches to where you get yourself back in the mindset you need to be in. Okay? So, you have to ask yourself the question every time you have negative feelings come in because of the breakup. Why am I feeling this way? That's the biggest thing I want you to get out of this video, is when you have a negative feeling, and you can do this, in any part of life, I'm having a negative feeling. Something just happened. I have a negative feeling. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? And is that feeling realistic, or is that feeling tied to the circumstance? You've got to make that separation. Okay? As you start making that separation little by little, as you're laying in bed before you go to sleep, if you got a knot in your stomach, because I've been there. I've laid in bed and had the knot in my stomach before. If you got a knot in your stomach, why am I feeling this way? Identify the feeling. Identify it. I feel this way, or the way I'm feeling is inadequate. The way I'm feeling is lonely. The way I'm feeling is like I'll never be able to find another woman or another woman like her. Those are the feelings I'm feeling. That's what's causing this knot in my stomach. What's the reality? Reality is, I can find another woman because there's 7 billion people on the planet or whatever. I can find another one. They're all over. I am adequate. I am worthy. And you say those things to yourself. Say those things to yourself. So when you have the feelings, you ask the question, you analyze the feelings, you tell yourself what reality is, and you realize that the feelings that you're having that are tied to a circumstance are not reality, because the circumstance is over here. That circumstance right now is over. Okay, that's over. You have to get to a point that you are speaking positive life into yourself. It's extremely, extremely important. Okay, so you have to stay on the daily tasks. This is the key. The daily task of working out, the daily task of having a disciplined diet, the daily task of getting up and making sure that you look good, feel good. Look good, feel good, smell good. Okay? Those 3 things. Look good, feel good, smell good. If you have those 3 things and your mindset changes to where you're opening back up, you're getting back out in the world, it's going to be, it will be very enlightening for you as you go through this process, where when you get into the groove, because right now you're probably not, because you may have binge watched the videos, gone through the steps, just joined a gym, just figured out what diet you're going to do. You're just kind of getting on the train. Once you get in the daily routine of doing these things, that becomes your reality, not the relationship anymore. Your reality is, this is what I'm doing for me to improve me. And it has nothing to do with her or anyone else. It's just making myself my focus. Daily routine. So every day you're working out. 2 days if you can get them. Every day you're maintaining a diet. Every day you're looking good. Every day you're feeling good. Every day you're smelling good. And every day, adding this on, every day, when you have a negative feeling, you're asking yourself, why am I having this feeling? You're dissecting the feeling so you understand it. And then you're speaking positivity into your life. Speaking positivity into your life. I am worthy. I do deserve a great relationship. I do deserve a woman that does this and this and this. I do deserve, over and over and over and over again. To start changing your mindset, to bring it all together into a daily practice to work your way out of this. And I'm telling you guys, I've done this before. I'm speaking from experience. I'm telling you, if you will do this, watch these videos over and over again. Watch them. Just like memorize them. And if you get these steps going into a daily practice, you will change. I'm telling you, you will change into something that's better than what you were. And you will change into something that is more attractive to your ex. And you will get, in the next video, you will get the final step, the exact final step that I have used multiple times to bring an ex relationship, ex plate, ex whatever, back into my life. Okay, that's going to be the last final step 5 video. So, once again, binge watch these videos, memorize them, get each step going, get each step down. If you have any questions, please email me at advisingmen@gmail.com and literally just type in question about the Get Your Ex Back videos. And I'll answer I check my email a couple times a day. I will answer within 24 hours, at least to let you know I saw it, and I will get to it. But definitely email me any questions you have about this stuff, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you build into the man you need to be and move forward with life. And that's what this whole thing is about. I always thought while I was going through these steps, I always thought, I'm doing this to get my ex back. I'm doing this to get my ex back. But every single time in the beginning, I had 2 relationships that went south. And I went through these steps and ended up getting the girl back. And at the time I thought, oh, this is about getting my girl back. But then I finally came to the realization, like you will too if you stick with it, that I ended up getting the girl back, but that wasn't the focus. That really wasn't what mattered. What mattered is the growth that I went through and the guy that I became to get my ex back. But guess what? I'm not with those girls anymore. Once I became a different guy, a better guy in my world, I realized I didn't deserve, a girl that was BPD. I didn't deserve a girl that, ignored me, treated me bad, and took all of their problems from previous relationships and threw them on me. That I didn't deserve that. So then I started building and going, okay, well, I'm going to have this in a woman, this in a woman, this in a woman, this in a woman, this in a woman. And guess what? That woman showed up. Multiple women like that have showed up. So binge watch these videos. Email me for any questions that you have. Also, I offer one-on-one coaching. If you have a specific problem, you're diving in deep, say, for instance, you're getting divorced, you're still living in the house, you've got kids, you have to talk to your ex, you can't just completely no contact, things like that. Make sure you email me. We'll set up a one-on-one coaching. We'll get on a Zoom call. We'll figure this thing out, and I'll give you some guidance on which direction to go. So very, very important, step by step by step. Now we're working on the mindset 2, and in video 5, we're going to get at the final answers and the final step. And then you're going to move on, keep rolling, get your ex back, and then decide if you want to keep her. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.